Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Joy and over here we talk about dental school, getting you into dental school, and whatever else I want to talk about. If you watched my last video, which you should, you would know that we talked about self-care for dentists because we spend all of our time taking care of other people, but who's taking care of us? Yes, so today we're going to talk about different hobbies for dentists to keep enriching our minds because a lot of us are type A. Some of us are not type A, but we crave information, we crave achievement, and if you're not giving that to yourself, then how are you going to keep your mind nice and stimulated and healthy? I don't know, but I do know some hobbies that are interesting, and either I've done them myself or I have friends that do them on the regular. I have 11 for y'all. 11's a lot. But anyway, and some of these are going to overlap with my last video, and that's okay because hobbies and wellness, I feel like they go hand in hand. The hands that we work with. Okay, whatever. So number one would be read books. Read books. You can read so many different types of books. They can be nonfiction, they can be fiction, self-help, fantasy, sci-fi, romance, mystery. Y'all, the list goes on and on and on. And I found that honestly, all of them are fascinating to me. Also, highly recommend getting a library card so that you don't have to buy all your own books. I know a lot of people like a nice little library, but I like not having to carry around a book. I'm already carrying my phone everywhere. Put the books on here, do an audiobook, or you can have an ebook. Another one would be flower arranging. Okay, so I did not arrange this, but I could have. I was just trying to hurry up and get something cute for Christmas Eve brunch that I hosted. This smells like cinnamon. I did not realize that. Shout out to Randall's. Okay. Flower arranging. I've done that class with Figs. And it has been so fun. I've done a few of the poppy flower arranging classes. I'll put a link below if y'all want to do it that way. But just watching YouTube videos on how to arrange flowers, it's really a calming time. You have basic guidelines and then you get to take it from there. You get to be creative and create something beautiful that will, you get to pass it every single day, hopefully a few times a day, and just appreciate your eye and your work. Number 3, learn an instrument. I know in dental school, I had a few friends who already were polished musicians. I have a friend who's a violinist. I even had a classmate who was in a band. There were a couple of them. They were in the band together. They would have events and shows, and then people would show up and have a good time. That sounds like a good idea to me. So consider it. Next, cooking. I cannot stress this enough. You need to learn how to cook for yourself. It's just a skill that's useful. Like, we all have to eat. We all have to eat, okay? And it's also fun to cook for other people. I think it's impressive to come to somebody with something that you made and be like, here, I made this, try it. Or I made this for you because I love you. It's really nice. It's a great gesture. And then also make something for yourself because you love yourself, okay? Now, with learning how to cook, everything's not going to be good, and the big holidays are not the day to try out these skills, okay? You need to be practicing on the regular. Maybe pick 1 day a week, 2 days a week to cook for yourself. That way you don't have to worry about lunch. What are you going to have for lunch? And then also you don't have to worry about what's going in your body, what's going in your food, because you know exactly what's in there because you put it in there. Number 5, I just went to Joann Fabric store and I had a good old time in there. They had a bunch of Christmas stuff on sale. But what's most important is that I picked up some yarn and I'm going to teach myself how to knit. And I was talking to my sister and they go, didn't we already learn how to knit? I feel like we used to knit together. And I was like, yes, but I never learned how to knit well. I don't think I ever finished anything. I made a scarf, where you just keep doing the same thing over and over until it becomes this long piece. But I want to make hats for my bald head, and that's what I want to do. Also, I taught myself how to use Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm not good at it yet, but I did teach myself how to do that. And just different hobbies are going to allow you to stimulate your brain. You have a starting point and then you have not an end point, but definitely you can look back and see your progress. And that's very encouraging to me. Number 6, work out. Okay. We don't have to work out just because we're trying to get to a certain body type or a certain number on the scale. We can just work out because it feels good and it's a nice thing to look forward to after work or before work. I know people, not me, I'm not going to lie to y'all, but people say that when they work out, it gives them energy throughout the day. Like, they really feel good after. And I believe that part, the good after, but it's the suffering during that I'm not really into. For a lighter workout, you could do yoga, a stretching class, Pilates too. Pilates is hard, y'all. I would do the at-home Pilates. I don't want to go to the classes where they're telling you what to do. And I have a lot of restrictions with my shoulders and whatnot. So whenever they get into those exercises, I'm like, I'm not doing that with y'all. I'm just not doing it. Anyway, you can work out on your own. You can get a personal trainer. I have friends who, a lot of friends in healthcare, they're really gym girls. Like, they are gym rats. They're up in there. They mean it. They mean business when they step in the gym. So it makes them feel really good, and I can't recommend it enough. I'm a yoga girl. I'm not in there to sweat. So do what works for you. Number 7, train an animal. I am obsessed with my little doggy. And whenever I see other people with little doggies, big doggies, I'm like, hello. It's good to meet you. How are you? And I'm definitely talking to the dog, not the owners. I don't want to talk to you. But training an animal, again, you get to start from one point and then look back at all of your progress and see that growth. So impactful for me, for y'all, for everybody. I think that's why we do things. Well, that's why us dentists, type A people do things. We want to win. Whatever that looks like, it can be all types of different things, but we want to win. And a good way to do that is to pick a hobby, pick a task where there is a before, a during, and an after that we can physically see or feel. But a lot of my dentist friends have dogs, have cats. I didn't even know they take their cats on walks. I didn't even know people did that. But apparently so, okay? They have a great time. I'm not going to knock their joy. I don't want to steal their joy. Just like nobody's going to steal mine. My dog is the light of my life, and I love her so much. Number 8, content creation. I have seen a rise in this, okay? Between when I started dental school and now, there have been so many creators popping up who are documenting their journey through med school, dental school, whatever professional school they're in. And then once they're in it, a day in my life as a fill in the blank. And of course, people keep the patient information private and you can't show certain things, but still, it's very important to, 1, document your journey, and 2, to show people interested in your career path what it actually looks like, what it actually feels like on a day-to-day basis. And so here I am, content creating, and I think y'all should too. Just give it a go, see what's up. And then it's also good to be able to show your family and friends, this is what I'm doing all the time. Okay, this is why I'm not at that birthday party, not at that baby shower, not at that graduation, because I literally cannot. I'm working. I'm trying to get to this certain point, and either going to support me in that or you're not. But here is a link to a video that I made about what I am actually doing. Number 9, which is fun to me, dating. I sometimes feel like they're not doing that great a job on Love is Blind, on Netflix, or on some of the dating shows. They're not entertaining. Some seasons are just not. Like The Ultimatum, come on. If you're not doing a good job producing that, and that is one of the messiest, most entertaining shows out there, then I'm going to have to take matters into my own hands. So for dating, it's honestly so entertaining for me most of the time. And while I'm getting to know different people, I just like to chit chat and have different talks and learn about people, whether I care or not. I'm just interested. I'm nosy. And that is a fun way for me to get in other people's business and get to try different food and dress up and look cute while doing so. So dating, y'all, it's a good hobby. I think it's a good hobby. Number 10, I don't do this, but I know the girls do, gaming. Whether you're on your Nintendo Switch or Xbox, is that Xbox, PS? I don't know what PlayStation we're on these days, but the girls like games, okay? I know they get on their computer and they put the headsets on and y'all just go to town. It goes for hours. You can chit chat with your friends. I know that's what y'all do on the headsets, right? I think people have a really good time doing that, and it's good because you're getting to use your hand-eye coordination, and then also getting to different levels. That's the before, during, and after, right? Anyway, gaming seems like a great time for the people, and I want that joy to be spread if you're into it. I'm not going to get into it, but maybe you are, so give it a try and let me know how that goes. Okay, number 11, photography. This is a good one. This goes along with documenting your life. and your progress too. So for me, I love photography. I always have. And more recently, well, actually not more recently, just in general, I've always loved doing some self-portraits. I'll insert some here. But self-portraits are so fun, and you get to play with different lighting, different looks on you. And it's also important to learn how to take your own picture so that when you hand somebody your phone, you can tell them exactly what to do so that you look good. Whether they know what they're doing or not, you can give some direction, be like, oh no, this is how I like to appear in my photos. This is how I like to appear in videos. And yeah, so when you do fun things, I think it's important to document it. Not saying that everything has to be documented to put on the internet to show everybody, look at me doing fun things and looking hot doing it. But just to remind yourself, oh no, I do fun things. I have fun, and this is how. But photography, it's just an important skill. One in dentistry, I don't really do dental photography. Maybe I'll get into that later, maybe not. But just the world around us, y'all. It's so important when you are taking pictures of your family, when you are taking pictures of your animals, you and your friends. That is an important skill. There's nothing worse than a terrible photo. You know, like you've done all these fun things, you hung out with these great people, and you don't even have any memory of it. That is physical, because I forget things. And sometimes when my phone is like, here's a memory, I'm like, oh my God, I did have the best time doing that thing with this person. When you travel, it's so important to get a few great photos. Of course, take it in, soak it in, be there in the moment. Absolutely. But I love a good picture that I can send to Walgreens, print it out, and put it on my wall. And then people come over and they're like, oh, wow, that's a great photo. Where is that? Conversation starter. Conversation starter, also a great gift moment. Frame your own photography and gift it to people. That's incredible, honestly. So photography is a great one too. Here is some of my work, and I hope y'all like it. Anyway, those are my 11. I hope I said 11. Maybe 10. We'll see when I edit this what it actually comes out to. But those are my recommendations for hobbies, for dentists, healthcare professionals, whoever takes care of people. These could be good things for you to be doing in your off time. Please remember that there is more to life than going to work, coming home, being tired, and repeating the cycle. We can do more, we deserve more, and you can have it. Until next time, bye y'all.